Hi guys, so last week I actually complained about how the 714 method wasn't really good to us, right? Yeah, we did not actually get some really nice trades, but this week was actually different. We got some really good trades using the 714 method. So here we are. I welcome you guys back to another video. Let's try and remind ourselves of what we did right so that we can repeat it, and what we did wrong so that we'll avoid it totally for this what's next coming week, right? So let's see what happened. So on Monday we're in something that I call the what's an equal trend, right? So it means we're in an uptrend during the what's the 714 method and a downtrend by the end of the 714 method, making this whole thing like an equal trend. So when this happens, I said that this level right here and this level right here are your entry points, right? So you can use this as your entry point, you can use this as your entry point. So by the looks of it, you realize that there was this fair value gap right here, so price could actually come all the way inside this level, right? Then respect this fair value gap, then push back down, or price will also violate this fair value gap, moving all the way up, respecting this high right here, then we'll buy and go, right? So this was our expectations. This was what we needed. This was what we needed to happen, right? But let's actually see what happened on Monday. So this right here could have been our entry 1, our entry 2 right there. So let's see what happened. So as you can see on Monday, it was something that I say that I've said it already. On Monday, it was quite difficult if you don't know how to enter into a trade, or if you don't have patience, because it would have been very difficult for you. You see that price violated this fair value gap right here. On Monday, price violated this fair value gap right here, went all the way up, created a new high, but we had this series of what consolidation with another fair value gap all the way down here, right? And I was looking to enter a buy from here, even though the whole day my concept, or the whole day my plan was to sell, right? But because of this, I was looking for a buy, but there wasn't just a lot of room there, because there was this series of consolidation. Like, as you can see, just look at this wicks. So if we were actually going to move up from here, price shouldn't have been giving us this wick. The buying pressure should have what increased, not decreased around this level, right? So we had these consolidations for a while. After that, we came all the way down to this level, tested this fair value gap right here. Then I was like, okay, that's it. After we kick out this high right here, I'm pretty sure we are moving all the way up. But trust me, that wasn't what happened, right? So we just did that. Look at this right here. We came all the way down to this level, tested this fair value gap right here, tried our best and created a new high here, but the selling pressure just came in again. Like, it came in with some serious pressure. Then I was like, okay, if this is happening, then that actually means that price is going down, price is not going up. So there's no need for you to enter into your trade going up, right? Because this right here is a very nice uptrend. We broke through this high, we trace all the way back to this level right here, went all the way up again, breaking through another high. So this right here is our what? Our low. We came all the way down, went up, we couldn't break through this high, then we came down. So this is another low that was broken through, right? Sorry that this thing is messy, but that was it. So when I saw this move right here, then I entered into my trade. I wasn't going to waste time, and I wasn't going to hesitate, right? I've said it. The whole concept about the 714 method is for you not to waste time and for you not to hesitate when you're entering into the trade, right? So simple as that. It was not something difficult, right? So you could have entered into your trade. This could have been your setup right here, your first TP right here, your second TP right here, right? So this could have been your first TP around this level, and your second TP could have been around this level, right? So this was it. This was the trade that you could have entered in using the 714 method. A pretty nice trade. Now, my second TP was actually somewhere around here, right? So my second TP was somewhere here. This right here was my first TP, and somewhere around this level was my second TP on this candle right here. So this right here was my second TP though. but still you could have gotten this trade, this very nice trade, right? So your first TP could have been here, your second TP could have been here. My first TP was here, my second TP was here. So let's see what happened. So just within some couple of minutes, if you are someone who actually kept your first TP and your second TP here, you will have seen that you don't have any problem because your first TP could have been hit, your second TP could have been hit, and you are good to go. You don't have any problems, right? Simple as that. Now, I was still waiting for my second TP to hit, and my third TP was somewhere down here, which never got hit, right? I actually exited the trade when I saw a change of character right here. So let's see whether my second TP, my second TP got hit. So as you can see, finally, I also got my second TP hits down there, right? But as I've already said, my third TP never got hit. We had this big move to the upside, then another change of character. I got out of the trade. Simple as that. So this was the trade that you could have been in, or this is the way you should have traded it on Monday. So let's go to Tuesday and see what happened on Tuesday, right? So Tuesday was pretty much simple. We were in a super nice downtrend, and when we are in a downtrend, we expect to be in an uptrend after the end of the 714 method, right? So it was simple as that. But as you can see on Tuesday, even though we're in a downtrend, we actually reached a very nice support during the 714 method, right? So this right here was a very nice support. It tested once, twice, and the 714 method actually came and tested it again twice. When you move to this way further in, you realize that it actually tested it again. So this was a good support. And as you can see, when the 714 method moved to it, the buying pressure increased, right? So where could you have entered into a trade? Now we came all the way down. We had this small pullback, came all the way down again. So this right here could have been your entry. Now I was just waiting for price to do what? Move all the way up to this level. If price move all the way up to this level, I would have entered into the trade, right? I wouldn't have hesitated. I would have entered into a trade. Any candle that pushes into this level with a serious buy in it, I'm entering into the trade, putting my stop loss where just below this level, right? So let's see how your entry could have been. Now, when you look at this candle right here, it moves all the way into this level. So this could have been your entry. This candle right here could have been your entry, right? And your stop loss could have been where? Just below this level, because this here was a lot of buys, right? So this could have been your setup. So this could have been your setup with your TP1 here, and you duplicate or multiply whatever you are getting with your TP1, then you have your TP2 right there. If you are someone who actually enters into trades, you can allow the third trade to run, or you actually just do what? Try your best and triple it, then put your TP3 right there, right? So you could have actually been in this type of trade, or you could have just waited and take your TP2 and you are good to go. Simple as that, right? So this is just the type of setup you should have had on Tuesday. So let's see what happened. So as you look at it, just within some couple of minutes, price would have actually picked your trade right here without hesitation. If you had entered here without hesitation, your first TP could have been hit, and price will actually move all the way down to this level right here, this nice buy. You can see that there was a whole sell here, then this really nice candle that bought all the way out, right, making this right here a lot of liquidity around that level, right? So price came all the way down to this level. Those that couldn't enter into this trade around this level, you could have also entered here with your first TP at this high, then your second TP, probably you duplicate it and you get it right. Or you could have just allowed your second TP and your third TP to run all the way up, right? So let's see what happened. So as you can see, just within some couple of moves, you could have realized that your second TP would have been hit. If you had entered into 3 trades, then you allow the third TP to run, or you allow the third trade to run on its own, right? Until you see a change of character here, then you get out of the trade. So that was just it on Tuesday. Let's go to Wednesday and see what happened. So Wednesday was part of one of the easiest days that we got, right, with the 714 method. Wednesday was part of it, and it was also part of one of the very, very good trades that we got using the 714 method, right? So let's see what happened on Wednesday. Just like Monday, Wednesday were in that type of what I called an equal trend again. When that's equal trend again, and when we are in the equal trend, this high right here and this low right here are our entry points, right? Simple as that. So when you put this inside your mind, you know that this low right here, if price move from it, that will be your entry point, and if price come above to this level, then break through here, that will be your entry point moving up, right? But I was actually waiting for it to break through this level right here. I don't know how accurate my drawing can be. Okay, so I was actually waiting for it to break through right here, then I'll actually enter into a trade, right? So it was pretty much simple. This was what you should have just done. So let's look at what happened. So as you can see, price actually broke through this level. Let me put this thing right here. So price actually broke through this level right here, right? Simple as that, with a very nice fair value gap. And when this happened, that was my entry point. I wasn't going to hesitate. No, that was my entry point. I entered on this fair value gap right here, because normally if price is going to move down without coming back up, it does what? It retests this fair value gap right here, then we push all the way down. So I entered into the trade on that fair value gap. So this should have been your entry. With your stop loss here, your entry should have been here, just on top of this level, right? So simple as that. Then your first TP could have been here, right here. That should have been your first TP around this level. And your second TP should have been here. So this should have been your setup on what? Wednesday. Simple as that. And you just sit down and watch price do its magic, right? So this was on Wednesday. Let's see what happened after that. So as you can see, your trade could have been taken even if you had kept it at the topmost part of the fair value gap, right? As you can see, just within some couple of minutes, your first TP could have been hit, and you'll be waiting for your second TP to get hit. Now, if you are someone who entered into 3 trades, then you allow the third trade to run, right? So let's see what happened. So your second TP could have been hit, pretty much simple, and you allow the third trade to run. As you can see, the trend was actually still moving all the way down. So that was just it. A very simple trade. You could have gotten into it and you make a lot of money from it, duplicating your account size, right? So that's just it. So let's see what happened on Thursday. So on Thursday was pretty much simple. We were in a very nice uptrend, right? So we're looking to be in a very nice downtrend after the 714 method elapses. But when you actually look at it very well, you realize that there was a very nice fair value gap right here during the 714 method. So whether we were looking for a downtrend or not, I would have waited for this fair value gap to get violated. Either one straight candle, one straight bearish candle actually move all the way through this, violating this, then I'll enter on that fair value gap. Or I'll just wait for a series of candles to actually move and violate this, right? So that was what I was waiting for, but something actually happened, right? So let's see what happened. So as you can see, price came all the way down to it. I was hoping for it to move through the fair value gap, violating it, so that we enter into a trade around somewhere here, then move all the way down, right? but price actually respected the fair value gap. So when it respected it, I was like, okay, then I have to wait and be patient, because the whole concept about the 714 method is, you know very well that there's going to be a move, right? There's going to be a very big move afterwards. This period elapses. So if it's not happening yet, you do what? Just wait for it to happen, right? It's a very simple thing. So that was what happened. Price came all the way down and do what? Respected it very, very well and moved all the way up. So I was just waiting to see what is going to happen. Price came all the way down again. Do what? Respected it even more. Then push all the way up. That was like, any place around this level, if I see a change of character, I'll enter into a trade. Because when you look at this, we came all the way up, broke through this high. This was our new high, came down, right? Move all the way up. This was our new high again. So if we see a pullback, then a move to the upside, then we see something like this. This will be our break of structure. You enter into your trade right here, then we'll move all the way down. Do you see how simple it is? Very, very simple. So let's see what actually happened. So it wasn't long, right? It wasn't long. Price actually came down again. As you can see, price went up, came all the way down, pushed all the way right up, right? Breaking through this level right here. So making here our what? Our entry point. If price actually come back down and break through this level, we are entering into the trade without what? Hesitating. So let's see what happened. Let me just put something here so that you see where you could have entered into the trade. So as you can see, price actually push all the way down with this candle right here, right? So with this candle right here, as you can see, price actually pulled down, then broke through this level. So that was our entry right there. You enter into your trade without hesitating. You don't think about it twice. No, just get into the trade and wait for a free ride. Sometimes these trades, you just enter and you hope for price to move all the way down. Not that you are insecure about your entry. You know that your entry is good, right? So this right here could have been your entry with your first TP here. A pretty nice entry level with your first TP here. My first TP was somewhere here. Then my second TP was on this level right here. I kept my second TP right here on this level. But your second TP could have also been on this level, right? It's a very simple trade. So you could have also kept your second TP around somewhere here and you'll be free to go. So this was just supposed to be your setup on what? Thursday. A pretty nice trade that we got there. So let's see what happened after that. So as you can see, just within some couple of moves, your first TP could have been hit. On Thursday, we actually had a lot of movement, right? Because there was a lot of liquidity in the price. So there was just this big sells and big buys, right, on Thursday. So this could have been your first TP being hit. Then you'll be looking forward for your second TP to getting hit, right? But before that, you could have also brought your stop loss all the way to break even, so that even when price come all the way up to that level and hit it, you still have nice trades, right? So simple as that. That was what happened on Thursday. I actually got out when price came all the way down to this level, came all the way up to this level right here, breaking through this high right here. Let me show you what happened. So with this, I was still in this trade because my second TP was somewhere here. So as you can see, price broke through this level. That was a change of character. I got out of the trade. Simple as that. I don't waste my time. So I got out of the trade. I've secured my first TP, my second TP too. So you could have gotten out of the trade right here and then you'll be free to go. Or if you are someone who actually got this right, who actually kept your second TP right here or somewhere here, you could have gotten it hit, right? So let's look at Friday and see what happened. So Friday we were pretty much in something that I called an uptrend, but with too much liquidity or too much sales, right? So we're in this nice uptrend, but by the end of the 714 method, we actually got in this nice sell right here, right? Violating this fair value gap, this fair value gap right here, and this fair value gap right here. So that was just pretty much it. So we're in an uptrend because this was the entry of the 714 method. This was where we entered. So everything was kind of in an uptrend, but with just too much liquidity or too much sells and too much buys, right? So this was what happened. Now this fair value gap right here was respected, and also just at the end of the 714 method, we actually got up and respected this nice fair value gap right here, right? So my entry was, then if this fair value gap is respected and we see a movement all the way down to this level right here and we break through this level, I'm entering into this trade because there was just too much buys and too much sells within this 714 method, right? So if we had actually moved all the way down, I would have gotten into a trade, then we will move all the way down more, right? So let's see what actually happened, because Friday was actually stressful. I nearly thought I wasn't going to get into that trade, even though I was already in this trade right here. But I actually wanted to get into this trade, but it was kind of very, very stressful, right? So let's see what happened. So as you can see, this fair value gap right here was respected. It was seriously respected, but price actually moved all the way down. They broke through this level right here. So when price broke through this level, I was like, okay, then we are not entering into a downtrend today. This 714 method wouldn't give us a downtrend today. It will be giving us a very nice uptrend. So my entry was, with this movement, if we come back to this level right here, if price comes back and tests this level right here, so if price actually come back to this level, I enter into a trade, putting my stop loss just below this level. Simple as that. So this was my entry. So this was my entry. Now, mind you, this trend had already moved all the way up before I kept this entry right here, because I actually missed it. I was looking to go into a very nice downtrend, right? But it actually reversed all the way up. So I missed it. I was now waiting for price to just pull all the way back to retest this level right here, so that I enter into a trade with my stop loss just being below this level right here. Simple as that. So that was what I was actually waiting for. And I would have kept my first TP here, then my second TP all the way up there. But price actually take a very long time before it came all the way down. As you can see, price moved all the way up. Then I was like, okay, then if this is happening, I'll have to enter into a trade after this first TP is hit. That's you guys, your first TP, those of you guys who had already been in this trade around this level. So I wanted to enter into a trade. If we moved this way, if we had moved all the way up, came back and retested this level, I would have entered into a trade here, then continue right with you guys. But it did not happen. Price was very, very good to me. It actually came all the way down to this level right here. Picked my trade. I was hesitating to trade around that level again because this right here was a very nice sell. So I was just looking at it, but my entry was solid. I said that, okay, let me enter into the trade because this right here was a solid entry. Price was just retesting this level and this fair value gap right here, right? So price actually came all the way down, picked my trade, then I now follow you guys and we all move all the way up, right? So it was a pretty much simple trade. My first TP was hit around this level. That was my first TP. I actually kept my second TP all the way up here. So my second TP was somewhere here. So my second TP actually got hit very nice. I was going to enter into 3 trades, but because of this pullback right here, I said, no, let me just enter into one. And there was a lot of liquidity right here, right? But if you had entered into 3 trades, you could have stopped being in this trade for a very long time because price actually moved all the way up, right? Price moved all the way up. So you still could have been in that trade, simple as that. But that was just what happened on Friday. So this week, I actually texted a lot of people on TikTok and I realized that most of you guys are actually getting this good, or you're actually getting this right. So that's a good start. So let's hope and see what next week will bring, right? I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you guys for watching.